YSU students have been back for 3 weeks now, but they're not the only ones happy to be back.
First News reporter Brooke Meedahan tells us businesses nearby have seen a jump in how many people they've seen now that the students are back. She's live tonight from campus.
Well, Dave, Alexis, there were concerns a few months ago whether or not students would be back on campus this year or would they be learning strictly virtually. But campus has since reopened and things are looking a little bit more normal. I talked to a few businesses who are on campus who say they're happy to have students and faculty back, but things are far from the normal that they are used to.
Class is back in session for students at YSU, and businesses nearby are excited to see familiar faces again.
Without campus being open, I don't know if we could be open. You know, we are very much so a store that is dependent on YSU. So when we heard that YSU was reopening, obviously we were quite elated.
Businesses like Stone Fruit Coffee and Prest Coffee Bar and Eatery closed down when COVID hit. Prest even had to lay off its workers for 5 months. It wasn't until YSU started back up that they both opened their doors again.
We didn't really know what to expect. We kind of, I think everybody was receiving the message that they really wanted to go back, but of course, whatever was safe for everyone to do.
On the north side of campus, Culture House Coffee remained open during the pandemic, but adjusted its hours. Now that campus is back open, they've seen more business too.
I'm super thankful that they're getting back and trying to do their best to, to work around what's going on. I think they're doing a good job, and I think it is going to help local businesses that are here close to campus.
All three say business has been steady, but things are far from business as usual.
Traditionally, this store would be dealing with a line most of the day. So if you don't see a line coming out the door, we're really not normal.
We're not quite where we were, probably down 30%, which is a lot, but way better.
It's a change that they're still adjusting to, but they're doing all they can to keep their doors open.
We're doing everything that we can do, again, to be a part of that solution, not a part of the problem, because we do not want to shut down at all.
Now, we've seen universities across the country stop in-person classes because of COVID-19 and spikes in cases. And I asked the businesses whether or not they're concerned about that happening here. And all of them said not really. They've seen everybody starting to do their part to make sure things stay on course, and they're hoping that they continue to do so. For now, reporting live in Youngstown, Brooke Meedahan, WKBN 27 First News.